Today I'm gonna try a traditional art technique using modeling chocolate. This is the first time I've ever tried something like this. In fact, I've never seen anyone try this before. Do you think I was able to pull it off? Before we get into it, let me introduce myself. My name is Natalie Sideserf and I make cakes that don't look like cakes. And today I'm gonna show you how I made a chicken noodle soup cake. First things first, I'm making chicken, fondant chicken. Now I don't use fondant very often, but I am using it for these chicken chunks because this is marshmallow fondant, so it's nice and stretchy and it creates this perfect stringy pulled chicken effect. And it's super easy to do. I just pull and fold, and then you got chicken, dessert chicken. You know, this cake is really fun because there's so many different ingredients in chicken noodle soup, and I get to make dessert versions of each one. For my noodles, I'm using modeling chocolate. Modeling chocolate is my go-to. I love it. And it's great for making hand-cut noodles. I'm also gonna use it for the carrots and celery. Whenever I make a cake, I have to try my best to figure out what edible dessert medium will be the most believable as the real thing. So fondant for my chicken, modeling chocolate for my noodles and veggies, and I'll use gelatin for my chicken broth. You'll see that gelatin in just a little bit. I haven't addressed everything I have to make, have I? What have I left out? Oh, I know, the bowl. So what edible material am I gonna use to make the bowl? Oh boy, you're not gonna believe this. I am going to use modeling chocolate. I just told you I love the stuff. However, I'm going to use modeling chocolate in a brand new way that I have never ever used it before. I am going into this cake with no idea if it'll even work. But the best time to try something new is on my YouTube channel, when I'm making a cake for you guys and myself. I figure if I mess this bowl up, I'll just pretend it never happened, and I'll eat it. So a little background about your girl. Me, Natalie Sideserf. I have taken pottery classes. It's been a good 15 years, but I figure throwing pottery is like riding a bike. Once I get going, it's all gonna come back to me. I hope. So to make the bowl, I'm going to throw modeling chocolate on a turntable like you throw clay. Let me clarify what I mean when I use the word throw. When you say you throw pottery, it's just a fancy, artsy word that means you're making pottery using a pottery wheel. Do you wear clothes or know someone who does? Well, get yourself some more by heading over to shop.sideserfcakes.com. That's where you can get some Sideserf Cake Studio clothes. We also have coffee mugs, stickers, beach towels, all kinds of stuff. I'll put a link below so you don't get lost on your way to the store. And now back to the cake. Typically, when you throw pottery on a wheel, that wheel is electric. And there's a pedal that you step on that makes the wheel spin.
Well, I don't have one of those.
But I do have a blue turntable that's pretty nice, and it spins pretty smoothly. So I am going to spin this turntable by hand, manually, like our ancestors did. As if using chocolate wasn't hard enough. Let me give you a quick summary of how you throw clay, or modeling chocolate in this case. First, you try your best to center the modeling chocolate on the center of the turntable. Then you press your fingers in the center and pinch the edges, creating the walls of the bowl. And last, you pull the walls out and you start to shape the bowl. To release a clay bowl, you slide a wire under the bottom. To release this chocolate bowl, I use dental floss. I can't believe that worked. I threw a bowl on a turntable with modeling chocolate. I have wanted to try that for years. Definitely gonna do that again. So the next step for this chicken noodle soup cake is to assemble. Gotta fill the bowl with cake and my signature green buttercream. But before I top the cake with all the fixins, I gotta make my gelatin broth. The neat thing about using gelatin to make the broth is that once the gelatin sets, it's basically gummy candy. I love gummy candy. And it looks so cool when I cut the cake in half. You'll see a cross section of all those little chocolate noodles suspended in the gelatin. Watch for it when I cut the cake in just a bit. I added a little ivory food color to the gelatin, so it looks like a deep golden chicken broth, the kind I like. You know I'm a fan of details, so the last thing that I want to include in this cake is some crushed black pepper sprinkles and green wafer paper parsley. Anytime I can add a little something extra, I do it. It's definitely worth the additional effort. Makes it look extra real. All right, we're getting close now. Let's put it together. I love cakes like this, where everything is separate until the very end. It's funny because I'm trying to make each piece look randomly placed, but I also kind of want to control where things go. This carrot must be right here in this very spot. And just a hint of celery. I don't want too much green. Soup is random, Natalie. Let it go. That gelatin pour, it's the best. The cherry on top. And there you have it, a chicken noodle soup cake. I'm so happy that that bowl didn't collapse. I was a little worried. Now that I know it's possible to throw a chocolate bowl, I may just have to get myself a real potter's wheel, the electric kind. All right, let's cut the cake. Yes, the gummy broth looks so cool. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe to this channel. I post a brand new cake every week. I'll see you next week for another cake.